It's always just really important to just regroup and find the focus of the heart of what you're doing and the impact that you make. I'm Chasity Harness, Regional Director of Clinical Services for Sonus Home Health for the Southeast Florida Division. Why I became a nurse? Well, I knew when I was 7, when I had my first heart surgery, that I wanted to become a nurse. But when I was 14, got a curveball that I needed heart surgery again. And that just really solidified the kind of nurse I wanted to be. Even though I always wanted to be pediatric, we didn't have a lot of pediatrics in East Tennessee. They were always sent more to Nashville, so which is Middle Tennessee. So I just stayed in the cardiac world at that time and really just perfected that type of nursing. And eventually even worked in heart surgery itself. So now I've been a nurse 26 years. And 14 years ago, I got my master's in nursing and started going more into the leadership realm of nursing. At that point, I was still in heart surgery, and we opened a new unit called pediatric surgery. So then as I finally got into pediatrics, about halfway through my nursing career. It still wasn't satisfying my pediatric care need because we were just getting them ready for surgery and taking care of them after surgery. Really loved pediatrics, and then started going into the home health field after that. So my last 14 years have been in home health, and this is where it kind of gets a little, where I may not get through this. My son was born with a hypoplastic left heart and pulmonary atresia. And this is really what led to my career change to home health. He was not supposed to live. They gave him 3 days. And in fact, I was told to abort the pregnancy. So we did the research on hypoplastic left heart, pulmonary atresia, with a lot of support from family and friends in our church. Of course, did not pursue aborting the pregnancy due to the severe health condition, and was going to leave that in God's hands and all the medical professionals that were advising us otherwise in different hospitals. So we seek the best care for him, and I can tell you now, without getting into like the hardships of that, that he is 20 years old, and even was the drum line leader of his high school. So a very fulfilling life, and you just never know the amount of influence you can make on a person's life. So he also had home health care nurses, and that's why being a home health leader is so important to me. When we moved to Florida, I was still in the adult home health realm of nursing care, and I had been an executive director, a director of operations, a director of nursing, and found Sonus, and have never found such joy in a job. Being able to care for these patients in their home, similar to like what my son got, is so fulfilling, and just full circle of why I became a nurse and the path I've been led to be a nursing leader now. So being able to influence directors of nursing that I have in the Southeast and help support them in their patient care and in their own journeys as director of nursing is super special. I'll tell you about a patient I just had who was in the hospital for 2 years, born premature with some severe congenital defects. And we were able to meet them at the home and bring her home for the first time in 2 years from the hospital. We've had her on service for a year now. I have got to see her grow from barely standing in her crib with her ventilator connected to her to taking her first steps. Still with a ventilator. So, she's connected to the vent, she's connected to her G-tube, she has all these monitors connected to her so we can continue to monitor her pulse ox. She also has a little infusion she wears on her arm, and she's taken her first steps with all these things on her. And I got to see her just 2 days ago, and she is off her ventilator and just going on oxygen, and she just like walks over all these tubes like they're nothing. Like she doesn't even get tripped in them. So it's just so special. This type of nursing, I feel like I should do it voluntarily. It's just that special. Working at Sonos means more to me than I can probably even put into words.